Welcome back to Untold British News, where we dive into the real stories that the mainstream media tends to gloss over. Today, we're uncovering a bombshell revelation involving 10 Labour MPs who have been exposed, leaving us with even more reasons to question the integrity of this party. Scandals seem to cling to them like glue, and the latest one involves a questionable charity scheme. Before we get into the details, I need your support. If you enjoy content that keeps you informed about what's really happening, hit the like button, subscribe, and help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're growing fast, and with your help, we can build a community that holds power to account. Now let's get into today's video. Recently, 10 Labour MPs were singled out for voting to cut the winter fuel payments for 10 million pensioners. Age UK, a charity that advocates for the elderly, had previously listed 58 MPs as their champions in Westminster. These MPs were expected to stand up for pensioners, but a shocking turn of events has revealed their vote against those very people they were meant to protect. Among these Labour MPs are Barry Gardiner from Brent West, Margaret Main from Dagenham and Rainham, and Olivia Blake from Sheffield Hallam, to name just a few. These MPs, who were supposedly on the side of pensioners, voted to slash the winter fuel payments that many elderly individuals rely on to survive the harsh winter months. It doesn't stop there. Despite being listed as champions of Age UK, these MPs either voted for the cut or abstained from voting altogether, allowing the controversial motion to pass. In fact, when concerned constituents reached out to Age UK to express their disappointment, the charity confirmed the MPs' actions, though it tried to downplay the situation by suggesting that many of these MPs felt pressured to vote with the party line. Some reportedly feared losing their positions within the party if they didn't comply with the leadership's decision. Age UK couldn't offer much more clarification, leaving many of their supporters furious. What was supposed to be a stand for pensioners has turned into a public relations disaster, and the charity's reputation has taken a hit alongside the MPs who betrayed their constituents. It's become clear that for some politicians, personal gain trumps public service. The fallout has been swift. Patrick Christie's, a commentator, didn't hold back in his criticism. He accused the MPs of charity washing, suggesting that their involvement with Age UK was nothing more than a way to gain public approval while quietly undermining the very people they claimed to support. He went on to describe them as weak and pathetic, declaring that they should be ashamed of their actions. Meanwhile, Labour leader Keir Starmer has defended the party's stance, claiming that cutting the winter fuel payments was a necessary evil to stabilize the economy. He insists that Labour is committed to supporting pensioners, but for many, this explanation falls flat. It's hard to believe that slashing a vital benefit for millions of elderly citizens is in their best interest. In his keynote speech in Liverpool, Starmer tried to justify the move, saying, "If this path were popular or easy, we would have walked it already." He went on to argue that Labour's long-term plan is to keep prices low, reduce NHS waiting lists, and protect pensioners in the future. But the reality of cutting the winter fuel payments has left many unconvinced. What do you think about Labour's actions? Do you believe they are justified in making these cuts? Or do you think they've turned their backs on the most vulnerable in our society? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, if you're not yet part of our growing community here on Untold British News, hit that subscribe button and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Together, we can keep shining a light on the stories that matter. Now let's shift gears to another pressing issue, the UK's deal with St. Helena to relocate migrants. This deal, which is estimated to cost over £6.5 million, has sparked major controversy. St. Helena, a remote British overseas territory with a population of less than 5,000, has been chosen as the destination for migrants who arrive on the Chagos Islands. This move has been criticized for its potential impact on such a small and tight-knit community. Foreign Office Minister Stephen Doughty has defended the deal, calling it a pragmatic solution to the migrant crisis. However, critics have pointed out that the government's choice of location is highly questionable. St. Helena is thousands of miles away from the Chagos Islands, and Diego Garcia, where many of these migrants originally arrive. The idea of offshoring migrants to a small island with limited resources has raised serious concerns about the feasibility of the plan. Shadow Foreign Secretary Andrew Mitchell has questioned the government's decision, asking how many migrants will be sent to St. Helena and whether there will be a cap on the numbers. He argued that this deal could have a profound impact on the island's residents, many of whom feel unprepared for such an influx. The government, however, remains tight-lipped about the specifics, only stating that they are working on pragmatic and practical solutions to address the situation. For many, this response feels like yet another example of the government dodging accountability. What do you think of this controversial deal? Should the UK be offshoring migrants to small overseas territories, or does this feel like a desperate attempt to solve a growing problem without addressing the root causes? Share your opinions in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Untold British News. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every new subscriber helps us bring you the news that the mainstream media ignores. Lastly, let's talk about Meghan Markle. The Duchess of Sussex has once again found herself in the spotlight, and this time it's not for anything positive. Former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown has come out swinging, accusing Meghan of having the worst judgment in the world. During an appearance on the Ankler podcast, Brown didn't hold back, claiming that Meghan seems to get everything wrong. Brown, who is no stranger to royal commentary, also said that Meghan's decisions have been disastrous for the royal family. She described Prince Harry as a lamb to the slaughter, blindly following Meghan's lead, which, according to Brown, has led to one mistake after another. These aren't new criticisms for Meghan, but they do reflect a growing sentiment among some observers that the Sussexes' decision to step back from royal duties was not as well thought out as they may have believed. Brown's harsh words come on the heels of her latest biography, where she continues to paint a less than flattering picture of Meghan's impact on the royal family. What's your take on this ongoing drama? Do you think Meghan Markle is being unfairly criticized, or do you agree with Brown's assessment of her judgment? Let me know in the comments. That wraps up today's video. As always, we appreciate your support here at Untold British News. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. We're so close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll get there in no time. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you in the next one.